All right. So the first question you have to, as I texted you in WhatsApp, that today we are going to solve arithmetic mean by using which method? Shortcut method. Only shortcut method we are going to learn. But along with that, I had also texted you that we'll be learning how to find arithmetic mean by using shortcut method for grouped table, isn't it? Or grouped data. But then I suddenly realized we haven't solved even one sum which is based on ungrouped data. So first, let us solve one sum, which is question number 15 from the first exercise. Once we learn this, for ungrouped data, we will shift over to grouped data. Okay, this will get over very fast. So then please prepare, please, pre please prepare the table in the vertical format. So the X values are 40, 41, 43, 45, 46, 49, and 50. The corresponding frequencies are 14, 28, 38, 50, 40, 20, and 10. Okay, these are the corresponding frequencies. The first thing which I taught you the other day regarding shortcut method was its formula. You remember, children? The arithmetic mean X bar is equal to assumed mean capital letter A plus sigma F into D. D stands for D stands for differentiation, deviation, isn't it? A plus sigma F into D upon sigma F. This is the formula for shortcut method. Now, what is A? I had told you, it is assumed mean, isn't it? So children, for ungrouped data, how do we find assumed mean? For ungrouped data, how do we find assumed mean? In this column of X, in this column of variable X, you just need to go to the middle portion of the observations, the middle portion or the central portion of the observations. What are the observations given to you? 40, 41, 43, 45, 46, 49, 50. Which is that particular observation which comes somewhere in the middle of the arrangement? I think it is 45, isn't it? Huh? There is no compulsion that you have to take 45. An observation which comes somewhere in the middle of the arrangement. So even if you take 43 or you take 46, there is no harm in doing so. Okay, you will still get the same answer as the other students who have taken 45 as the assumed mean. Okay, remember this point. So what I'll do is I will put that value 45 inside a box and I will write capital letter A next to it so that you understand it is assumed mean. Okay, now the next column which you have to prepare is for deviation. The next column which you have to prepare is for deviation. And the other day I taught you the formula for deviation. What was it? X minus A. Deviation is what? X minus A. Monish, come on the first bench. D is equal to what? X minus A. What is X? X is the individual values or individual observations. A is the assumed mean out of those observations. Let us find the first value of D. So children, how will you find the first value of D? It is 40 minus 45, which is equal to minus 5. Then 41 minus 45 is what? Minus 4. 43 minus 45 is what? Minus 2. 45 minus 45 is what? 0. Then comes 46 minus 45, which is 1. 49 minus 45, which is 4. 50 minus 45, which is equal to 5. Make sense? I have created the column for D. Now, children, let us create the column for F into D. If you notice, the formula is assumed mean that is already found, 45, isn't it? Children, I'll just mention 45 inside bracket. Okay, plus sigma F into D upon sigma F. If you ask me what is sigma F, it's very easy for me to find that. I just need to take the sum of all the frequencies given in the column, isn't it? Can you tell me how much is sigma F? 200. Sigma F is equal to 200. So this part is also clear. Sigma F is equal to 200. Now we don't know what the value of sigma f into d is. So what we will do, we will create a separate column for f into d. Once we create all the values, then we will take the sum of all those values so that we get the sum of all f into d's. Okay, so children, f into d. Frequency is what? 14. D is what? -5. 14 into -5 is what? -70. Please be careful of the negative and the positive signs, okay? Please be careful of the negative and the positive signs. 14 into -5 is what? -70. 28 into -4 is what? Minus how much? 80 plus 132 is 112. So -112. 38 into -2 is what? -76. 50 into 0 is what? 0. 40 into 1 is what? 40. 20 into 4 is what? 80. And 10 into 5 is what? 50. All right. So you are able to find individual values for f into d. Joshua, second bench. We were able to find all the individual values for f into d. Now, let's take the sum of all these values. Let's take the sum of all these values. Sigma f into d. Children, I have a small suggestion over here. Please listen to this. A small suggestion. When you're finding sigma f into d, you will have a couple of negative numbers and a couple of positive numbers. I just randomly use the word couple of. Okay, it may be 3, 3, it may be 4 and 3, it may be 2 and 4. Okay, 2 negative numbers, 4 positive numbers, or 4 negative numbers, 2 positive numbers. It all depends on the assumed mean which you have taken. All right, but one thing is for sure, you will have a few negative numbers and a few positive numbers in the column of f into d. You must have already solved the sums based on this in school and you must have experienced it, right? My suggestion is, first of all, you take the sum of all the negative numbers. Then you take the sum of all the positive numbers. And once you get once you get the negative number and the positive number, then we will finally club it together. Then we will finally club it together. Okay, so what is -70, -112, -76? -146, -112. How much it is? -258. Just mention it over here, children. Okay, just mention it next to all the three negative numbers. Am I right? -70 plus -112 plus -76 gives you what? -258. Mention it next to all the three negative numbers within bracket. Any problem? Next, find the sum of 40, 80, and 50. How much it is? 170. Put it within brackets. Now take the sum of these two numbers, -258 and 170. How much it would be? -88. Very good. -88. Be very careful regarding positive and negative signs. So whatever values you needed, assumed mean, sigma f d, sigma f. Have we found it? Yes, we have found it. So let's find the arithmetic mean by using direct method. That is assumed mean plus sigma f into d divided by sigma f. Assumed mean is 45. Sigma f d is -88. Sigma f is how much? 200. I'm not going to help you further. Please do it. How much it is, Monish? 44.56. How many of you got this answer? 44.56. Very good. 3, 4. Correct to one decimal place they have asked. Okay, be careful, children. Read the question once again and see what they have exactly asked us to find. They are asking us to find it correct to one decimal place. So I think it should be 44.6. One decimal place, no? First decimal place, second decimal place. When you notice the second decimal place is 6, which is greater than or equal to 5. So it won't be considered, but 1 will be carried forward to the left-hand side digit. So 5 plus 1 becomes 6. Easy? Gautam? Understood? This side, everyone, online students, clear? Okay, Amal, I can see only Maria and Etasham. The others camera has, no, blasted. Keep the cameras on, children. Harini, Gopika. Children, let us do a sum which is based on shortcut method, but not with respect to ungrouped data, grouped data. Okay. Now we have learned the method, the formula. Now it's easy for us to understand how to apply shortcut method for grouped data. I would request you to write down this table in vertical manner. Please do it. Whatever they have given, no, please write it down in the vertical order. They have given you age and then the number of students. They have given you the age and the number of students. So they start with 16 to 18, then 18 to 20, then 20 to 22, 22 to 24, and then 24 to 26. What are the corresponding frequencies? 2, 7, 21, 17, and 3. I will have to explain only one additional point for grouped data, children. Just one additional point, and you will learn how to apply shortcut method for grouped data. Okay, and that additional point is, pay attention. The additional point is, children, in the previous sum, when ungrouped data was given to us and they had asked us to find the average, we had two columns initially. Which were the two columns for? The first column for variable x and the second column was for corresponding frequencies, isn't it? Now see, this is the grouped data. If you see, the second column is what? The number of students. Number of students means the corresponding frequencies, isn't it? The students who come in the age group of 16 to 18, how many are there? 2 students are there. The students who come in the age group of 18 to 20, how many students are there? 7 are there. And 21 students for 20 to 22 age group, 17 students for 22 to 24, and so on, isn't it? So children, they have given you the column for frequency F. But did you notice they haven't given you the column for variable X? Have they given you directly? No, children, they haven't given us the column for variable X. So this is the only additional point which I have to teach you. How to get the, or how to frame the column for variable X. Once that is done, everything remains the same as the previous sum, that is ungrouped data. Okay, just understand this minor hairline difference between both grouped and ungrouped. So children, how to get the value of variable X? You should understand, in grouped data, you can just note it down as a point. In grouped data, variable X means the mid value of every class interval. Every class interval. Kindly make a note of this. In grouped data, X means the mid value of every class interval. Okay. Now we all know how to find the mid values. Huh? Children, 16 to 18. The first class interval is what? 16 to 18. Can you tell me what will be the mid value of 16 to 18? It should be 17. I believe you all have done this in school. That is why I'm going a little fast over here. How do you find the mid value of any given class interval? Just find the average of the lower limit and the upper limit. Lower limit is 16, upper limit is 18. Find the average of lower and upper limit. So 16 plus 18 whole divided by 2. 16 plus 18 is what? 34. 34 divided by 2 is what? 17. This is how you get the mid value. Okay, every now and then you don't have to do such calculations, because examiner is least bothered whether you found the mid values by doing calculations in the paper or you did it in your mind. the examiner is least bothered. Okay. So if you can do it in your mind itself, well and good, you can save a lot of time. Okay. Hussein, you followed it. What will be the mid value of 18 to 20? I'll write it here. Mid value. Okay. 18 to 20 is 19. Then 20 to 22 is what? 21. 22 to 24 is what? 23. 24 to 26 is what? 25. You got all the mid values, and these mid values is nothing but the column for variable x. Okay. So if this part is clear, the remaining part remains the same as ungrouped data. Okay. What is the next thing which you're going to do? Find the assumed mean. Can you tell me, children, in this case, what is going to be the assumed mean? 21. I hope everyone must have taken 21 as the assumed mean. If you still have a doubt, children, go back to the previous sum. What we did here from the column of x, we had found the assumed mean. The same policy is applied here also. From the column of x, we are assuming the value of a as 21. Okay. Fine, children. Let me create the next column, that is x minus a. Okay. So 7 minus 21 is what? Minus 4. 19 minus 21 is what? Minus 2. 21 minus 21 is 0. Then 23 minus 21 is 2. And 25 minus 21 is 4. Did you notice, children? Again, you are getting two negative numbers, two positive numbers. Don't add everything together. First add the negative values. Okay. So, oh, not here, children. Here we are not supposed to do anything. No? Yeah. Here we are not supposed to do anything. Let us create the column for f into d, because we have to do sigma f into d, isn't it? Not sigma d. Yeah. Sorry, children, my mistake. Now, where is f? Over here. Where is d? Over here. Let's start multiplying the values of f with d. 2 into minus 4. How much? Minus 8. 7 into minus 2. Minus 14. 21 into 0 is 0. 17 into 2 is what? 34. 3 into 4 is what? 12. Okay. Now, let us find the sum of the negative numbers, then the sum of the positive numbers, and then club it together. Minus 18 minus 14 is what? Minus 22. 34 plus 12 is what? 46. Okay. So sigma f into t will be equal to, children, 46 plus minus 22. How much it is? 24. All right, it's positive 24. No? Yeah, positive 24. So now we need to get the value of sigma f also. What is the formula? Assume the mean plus sigma f into d divided by sigma f, right? Sigma f is how much? 9, 30, 47 and 50. All right. So x bar is equal to assumed mean plus sigma f into d divided by sigma f. Things will get very easy for you now. Assumed mean is what? 21. Sigma f into d is what? 24. Sigma f is what? 50. Please do this calculation and give me the answer correct to how many decimal places. Have they mentioned it? No. One decimal place. Okay. Just round it off to one decimal place. How much it is? $30? 21 point. Okay, 21.5. Online students, please text me the answer. Maria has got, Maria. Very good, Amal. 21.48, which is 21.5. How many of you got this? Anuki, still doing? Joshua? Okay, fine. Let's do the next sum. Yeah. The following table given The weekly wages of workers in a factory. Okay. So I think this is the class interval and this is the corresponding frequency. Again, what is missing in a grouped data? The value of X. How do we get the value of X in grouped data? By finding the, Joshua, by finding the, how do you get the values of X? Huh. Mid values. Isn't it? X in grouped data is what? Mid values. Okay. Now, 50 to 55. Children, 50 to 55. You have to find the mid value. If you are good with mental maths, you can directly answer it as 52.5, isn't it? Because the number which comes exactly in the middle of 50 and 55 is what? 52.5. Okay. Otherwise, students, imagine you are not at all good with mental maths. What you will do? You will find the average of the lower limit and the upper limit. That is 50 plus 55 whole divided by 2, which is 105 divided by 2. That is equal to how much? 52.5. You get the same answer. Okay. But I will never recommend you to do these calculations. It's a wastage of time. Okay. If you are not good with mental maths, become good. Okay. 50 to 55. The mid value is 52.5. 55 to 60 is what? 57.5. 60 to 65 is 62.5. Here it is 67.5. 72.5. Then comes 77.5. Then 82.5. And then 87.5. Okay. So you got all the mid values. Afnan, you are there in the class. Hello. Afnan, keep the camera on. Aditya, you also.
Yes, sir.
Now, variable X is created. Nabil, clear? Now, what we have to do next? From this given column of variable X, we need to find the assumed mean, isn't it? Which one you want to take, children? 67.5 is fine. Huh? 67.5. Okay. Let us assume 67.5 as what? The assumed mean. So the next column which you are going to prepare is what? The column for deviation. And what is the column of deviation? X minus A. Okay, start doing it. 52.5 minus 67.5. It is equal to minus 15. Hello, am I right? 52 minus 67 is what? Minus 15, right? So 52.5 minus 67.5 is also minus 15. Then comes 57.5 minus 67.5, which is minus 10. Then 62.5 minus 67.5, which is minus 5. Then 67.5 minus 67.5, it gives you a 0. Then comes 72.5 minus 67.5. How much it is? 5. Then comes 10. Then comes 15 and then comes 20. All right. So the column of D is also ready. Now let's create the column for F into D. Let's create the column for F into D. So these are the values of F and these are the values of D. Okay, let's start multiplying. 5 into minus 15 is what? Minus 75. Hussein, please come and sit here. 20 into minus 10 is minus 200. 10 into minus 5 is what? Minus 50. Then 10 into 0 is what? 0. 9 into 5 is what? 45. 6 into 10 is what? 60. Then comes 12 into 15, which is 180. 8 into 20, which is 160. Makes sense, no, children? 8 into 20 is what? 160. Now we can find the sum of all the negative numbers. Which are the negative numbers here? Minus 75, minus 200, and minus 50. So it is going to be minus 325. Then the sum of all the positive numbers. How much it is? 445. Okay. Now let's find the sum of these two. Did you do it on your own? Last bench, can you all read what I'm writing? Shazia, you can read, no, what I'm writing? Gautam, come in front next to Nabil. Yeah. How much is 445 minus 380, 325? 120. Very good. So children, I can write here sigma f into d is equal to 120. Okay. Then I think we did not find what is sigma f. Sigma f is equal to 80. Okay, very good. Sigma f is equal to 80. I think everything is there. Let us find the average. X bar is equal to assumed mean plus sigma f into d divided by sigma f. Every time you solve a sum based on direct method, sorry, shortcut method, write down its formula. Okay, be it direct method, shortcut method, or step deviation method, write down the formula. Okay, that is the norm which you have to follow during board paper. 67.5 plus sigma f into d is 120. Sigma f is 80. I think this is going to be an easy calculation. 0, 0 cancel, 4 3s are and 4 2s are. How much you're getting? 69, isn't it? 67.5 plus 1.5, which is equal to 69. This is your average. Easy for all? Okay, the time is only 5:1 now. We can solve many more sums. Children, you want to solve one more based on shortcut, or shall I teach you step deviation? There is nothing new in shortcut now. Huh? Shall we do step deviation? All right, chalo, we'll do it. Question number. Just a minute, children. Number of boys. Let's do it. The following are the marks obtained by 40 boys in a class test, right? They are asking us to find the average marks scored by these boys by using which method? Step deviation method. This is the first time that I am going to teach you this method. You have to pay attention. And children, throughout this method, there will be only one extra point which I'll be discussing. Okay, only a one small point which I'll be discussing, which is slightly different from the shortcut method. You learn that one small difference and you're done with step deviation method also. Okay, very easy it is. Children, as usual, we have to get the column of variable x. Is it given to us? No. If you notice, they have given us the class intervals, and here they have given us the corresponding frequencies, right? They haven't given us the column of variable x. Let's find it out. Children, there is no change in the method. Variable x will be what? The mid values of each and every class interval. So 30 to 40, Anokhi, mid value. Anokhi, mid value of 30 to 40. Pay attention here. You're lost somewhere today. See here, next one, 45. And it goes on like that. 55, 65, 75, 85, and then 95. These are the values of variable x, right? Now, the next process is what? Find the assumed mean. I'll tell you when there will be a small change in the entire process, okay? Till then, just follow whatever you did in shortcut method. Let us take 65 as the assumed mean. No problem in doing this. A is equal to 65, okay? Now I want you all to create the column of deviation. And what is deviation? It is x minus a. Okay, see this, children. In the previous table also, you did the same thing. First, you found the column of x. Then you found the column of deviation. Here also, I'm doing the same thing. Okay, so deviation is equal to x minus a. Children, 35 minus 65 is what? Minus 30. 45 minus 65 is what? Minus 20. 55 minus 65, minus 10. 65 minus 65 is 0 itself. Then comes 75 minus 65, which is 10. Then comes 20. Then comes 30. Till here, everything is fine. Now, children, I am going to write down the formula for step deviation method. Purposely, I didn't write the formula. Now I'll write the formula for step deviation method. Please make a note of this. X bar is equal to, what is the formula for step deviation method? X bar is equal to assumed mean plus sigma f into t. It's not d, it is t, okay? Divided by sigma f multiplied by I. Multiplied by I. What is the formula, children? Assume the mean A plus sigma f into t. In shortcut method, it was sigma f into d. Here it is sigma f into t divided by sigma f. That you all know what it is. Multiplied by I. So in this formula, I just need to tell you what does this t stands for and what does this I stands for. Okay, you learn those two extra things and you're done with the formula. Children, before teaching you what is T, I'll be teaching you what is I. Okay, before teaching you T, I'll be teaching you what is I. Children, did you notice the values that you have got in the column of D? It is minus 30, minus 20, minus 10, 0, 10, 20, 30, isn't it? These are the values which you got in the column of D. I am asking you to give me a number, or I'm asking you to give me the highest integer or the biggest integer which can divide all the values found in the column of D. What are the values found in the column of D? Minus 30, minus 20, minus 10. 0, 10, 20, 30. Which is that biggest integer, the biggest positive integer which can divide all the values in the column of D. What is it? Isn't it 10? It's a matter of mental maths, children. Now don't sit and do LCM of minus 30, minus 20, minus 10. Okay. You just ask, you just throw a question to yourself. Throw a question to yourself. Which would be the highest positive integer which could divide all the values in this column of D? The answer is what? Positive 10. Isn't it? Because you can divide minus 30 with 10. Yes. Minus 20 with 10. Minus 10 with 10, 0 with 10, 10 with 10, 20 with 10, and 30 with 10, isn't it? So positive 10 is the highest positive integer which can divide all the values given in the column of D. Hussein, was it a bouncer or you understood? Understood. Okay. So children, I am going to take the value of I as what? 10. Please write it down. Please write it down. I is equal to what? 10. I is equal to what? 10. So first, I taught you what is I. Now I'm going to teach you what is T. Children, T is equal to whatever individual values of D you have got divided by I. Please write down what is T? T is D divided by I. What is T? T is whatever values you got in the column of deviation divided by I. Okay. Did you all learn the formula? T is what? D divided by I. Okay. There is no full form for T. Even I have been searching it for a long time. I didn't get it. Okay. D has a full form, deviation. Even I don't know what does T stands for. Okay. I just know what is the relation of T and D. T is what? D divided by I. Okay. Let us do it. Children, what will be the first value of T? Minus 30 divided by 10. Isn't it? Minus 30 divided by 10. That is minus 3. What will be the second value of T? It will be minus 20 divided by T, which is minus 2. Minus 10 divided by 10, minus 1. 0 divided by 10, 0. 10 divided by 10, 1. Then 20 divided by 10, 2. 30 divided by 10, 3. You got all the values of T? Yes. Let me create one more column. Why one more column is needed, children? Because I have to create the column for F into T. Isn't it? In the previous sum, you were creating the column for F into D. Isn't it? Why? Because the formula was A plus sigma FD upon sigma F. Now, in this sum, where we are using step deviation method, what is the formula? A plus sigma FT. Isn't it? So we need a separate column for F into T so that at the bottom, we can create sigma F into T. Okay, let's start. So where is the column for F? Over here. Where is the column of T? Over here. Let me create a column for F into T. Okay. Children, 10 into minus 3 is what? Minus 30. 12 into minus 2 is what? Minus 24. 14 into minus 1 is what? Minus 14. 12 into 0 is what? 0. 9 into 1 is what? 9. 7 into 2 is what? 14. 6 into 3 is what? 18. Okay. You created the column for F into T. Now what we will do? Online students, I hope you all are paying attention. Okay. Please ask me your doubts, children. Harini, Sachin, Amal, Ron, Aditya, Riya, Caitlin. Keep the cameras on for some time at least. Okay. Let's find the sum of all the negative numbers and let's find the sum of all the positive numbers. Minus 30 minus 24 is minus 54. Minus 54 minus 14 is minus 68. 9 plus 14 is 23. 23 plus 18 is 41. Very good. Now children, minus 68 plus 41 is what? Minus 27. Perfect. So children, sigma F into T is equal to minus 27. This is an easy technique, children. Okay, adding all the negative numbers first, then adding all the positive numbers, then clubbing it together. Okay, sigma FT is done. But we haven't found how much is sigma F. I think it was already given to us in the question 70, no, because they had mentioned the following are the marks obtained by 70 boys. So how many boys are there in this whole experiment? 70 boys. That means sigma F is equal to what? 70. I think we have got all the values to substitute into the formula, right? Let me write here, X bar is equal to assumed mean plus sigma F into T divided by sigma F multiplied by I. Next class, I'll be asking you the formulas, all the three formulas, okay? Like this, you should answer. Yeah. assumed mean is equal to how much it was? 65 plus sigma f into t is minus 27. Sigma f is what? 70. Don't forget to multiply it with the value of I, which is 10. So children, 0, 0 cancel. You get 65. Plus and minus will become what? Minus 27 divided by 7. I hope nobody needs help in this. Plus minus becomes minus and 27 divided by 7. How much it is? One decimal value, just one decimal. 65.1, 61. Okay. Acha, how much is 27 divided by 7? 7 threes is 21. Balance 6. 7 eights are 56. Balance 4. 7 fives are 35. So first you find the answer correct to two decimal places. I always tell you, children, if the question is to round off to one decimal figure, you should first find the answer correct to two decimal figures. And then only in the final step, you will be rounding it off, right? Only in the final step, you will be rounding it off. So I think it is 61.15, right? 62, 60. Just do it to two decimal places. That is enough. Because you have to ultimately round it off to one decimal place. No? So 61.15. And the final answer will become what? 61.2. If the question is to round off to one decimal place, had they mentioned anything here? No, they haven't mentioned anything. No? Have they mentioned anything in your textbook? Nothing. So we just assumed they are asking us to round it off to one decimal place. You find the answer correct to two decimal places, then round it off to one. So the final answer would be 61.2. Understood, Monish? This side, everyone? Online students, clear? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sachin, Ron, Ria, Aditya, Caitlin, keep the cameras on, children. Oof, fed up I am. One last question of the day. We will solve it by step deviation method. Okay. Yeah. Find mean by step deviation method. The table is given in the horizontal form. Try to write it in vertical form. Okay. Class interval. And then corresponding frequencies. 63 to 70, 70 to 77, 77 to 84, 84 to 91, 91 to 98, 98 to 105, 105 to 112. All right. 9, 13, 27, 38, 32, 16, 15. I want you all to write down the formula first. What is the formula? Anoki, what is the formula? You learned it for this exam, right? Yeah, tell me. Assumed mean plus sigma f into t, sigma f into I. Very good. Okay, this is the formula for step deviation method. So, the column which we are missing here is variable x. What is the mid value of 63 to 70? Sandra, what is the mid value of 63 to 70? $66.5, isn't it? Afnan, what is the mid value of 70 to 77? Afnan, what is the mid value of 70 to 77? You're not there in the class. 70 to 77 is what? Anju? 73.5. Loka, 77 to 84. Hmm. 82.2. Okay, wait. Children, those who need a shortcut technique here, you have to find what comes in between 77 and 84, isn't it? Huh? Children, what is the difference of 84 and 77? Difference of 84 and 77, how much it is? 7. 7 is the difference between 84 and 77. What is the half of 7? 3.5, isn't it? Just add 3.5 to 77. How much you get? 80.5. This way also you can find the answer. Rather than finding 77 plus 84 divided by 2. Okay? Rather than finding the average of 77 and 84, by doing 77 plus 84 whole divided by 2, you can apply this method also. It's just a shortcut technique. Okay. What is 84 minus 77? It is 7. 7 by 2 is 3.5. Just add 3.5 to 77. You get the answer. Okay. You do it in your convenient method, children. Every time you don't have to follow me. What is the, sorry, here it is what? 80.5. What is the mid value of 84 and 91? 87.5. How did you get it? Found the difference? 7. 7 by 2 is 3.5. That is going to be common for all the class intervals, isn't it? So just add 3.5 to 84. You get 87.5. Similarly, add 3.5 to 91. How much you get? 94.5. Easy technique. Huh? 98 plus 3.5. 101.5. 105 plus 3.5 is what? 108.5. Okay, without any average, you got the answer. Inju, is it clear? Now, the next column, children. Once x is done, we usually find the assumed mean out of x. So let me assume 87.5 as the assumed mean. Nabil, so far everything is fine. This side, Loka, here. Now, let us find the column of D. D is equal to what? As usual, x minus a. So 66.5 minus 87.5. How much? 21. Hello, am I right? 21. 73.5 minus 87.5 is how much? 14. 80.5 minus 87. Oh, it is minus sign, isn't it? Yeah, minus. So minus 7. Then comes 87.5 minus 87.5, which is a 0. Then comes 94.5 minus 87.5, which is 7. Then here, how much, children? 14. And then how much? 21. All right. Now we have to get the value of I. Once you get the value of I, you can find the value of t even. Okay. Yeah. What is that biggest positive integer which will divide all the values of d? I think it is positive 7 because minus 21, minus 14, minus 7. 0, 7, 14, 21. All the values given to you in the column of d are divisible by 7. So please highlight it over here. I is equal to what? 7. Therefore, the value of t. T is what? Minus 21 upon 7, which is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0. 1, 2, and then 3. Now we have the values of f and the values of t. Let's do f into t. 9 into minus 3 is what? Minus 27. 13 into minus 2 is what? Minus 26. 27 into minus 1 is what? Minus 27. Are we going right? Yeah. 38 into 0 is 0. 32 into 1 is what? 32. Then 16 into 2 is what? 32. 15 into 3 is what? 45. Got f into t. Now, let's find the sum of all the negative numbers and the sum of all the positive numbers. Minus 27 minus 26 is minus 53. Minus 53 minus 27 is minus 80. Yeah, minus 80. Then 32 plus 32 is 64. 64 plus 45 is how much? 119? 109. All right. Then 109 plus minus 80. How much it is? Minus 20. Positive 29, right? Yeah. So children, positive 29, no? You are able to find what is sigma f into t. Okay. Sigma f into t is equal to positive 29. How much was sigma f? 150. You all added it. 22, 49. It must be 150. All right. Sigma f is equal to 150. So every other value is available. Let's find the average. Average is equal to assumed mean plus sigma f into t divided by sigma f into I. Now this is equal to assumed mean is what? Hello, 87.5. 87.5. Put the plus sign. Sigma f into t is 29 divided by sigma f is 150 into I is what? 7. Okay. Now children, 29 and 7 both are prime numbers, not divisible by 150. No. So the only way out is find the product of 29 and 7. How much it is? 203. 203 divided by 150. Very simple it is, children. Just divide 203 with 150 and get a value up to 2 decimal places. And then we will round it off to 1 decimal place. Online students, start sending me the answer. Harani has got, very good. What is 203 by 150? 1.35. Okay. That is enough, children. 87.5 plus 1.35. That is 88.85. If they ask you to round this off to 1 decimal place, then your answer would be 88.9. Okay. 88.9. Sharp 5:30. Yeah. Is it 5:30, children, on your watch? 28. So this is fast, I think. Okay. All right, children. So that is enough for the day. Now we are on time. Yeah. So children, in the next class, I just wanted to know whether we can keep a class tomorrow.